Today was a good day, and I'm going to share a bit about today and talk a bit about the subjects, why it's important to do the things that scare the shit out of you, and also the very simple reason why you procrastinate, why we all procrastinate, and especially in this day and age. But yeah, basically, I had a great day today because I was supposed to today I was supposed to go to my Brazilian jiu-jitsu class, and I I felt like something was trying to stop me, like I was trying to stop myself from going. My mind was spinning. I was having all these ideas pop into my head, telling me why I could skip today, why it would be okay for me to skip the class today. Because last week I got sick, puking, diarrhea, you name it, I had it, and it left me very, very drained. And it's only now, a week later, that I feel like that I'm back to a somewhat normal level of energy and feeling good, feeling ready to go at it. But the week before that, I just had a lot of things I needed to do that needed addressing. So basically, it's been 2 weeks, 2 entire weeks, leading up to today, where I had not been going to my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, and I usually do it 2 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week. And that's when it's easy, when it's routine. But now that it's been 2 weeks, today my mind was just telling me, you're going to get hurt again, and you're not ready. You're way too tired. You've just been sick, and going to the advanced class. I have the basic class and I have the advanced class. The advanced class is like way harder physically and mentally because I get beat up a lot. So I had so many reasons to not do it. I also was taking care of my son, and I dropped him off, and I almost didn't make it to class. But because of experience and knowing myself, right, I knew that I just have to show up. That is the most important part, is just to show up. So I did. I showed up. And I'm so happy I did, because I had an amazing time. And the class was like, there were way much, like, damn, there were way more people than there usually are. Like, it was filled. And there is another guy, 2 other guys that started around the same time as me 1.5 years ago. And the one guy I hadn't seen for a very, very long time. We're talking months. So I just thought that like he wasn't going to show up anymore, which made me very sad because I like him a lot. But there he was, in a new, like he had bought a new rash guard, suited up, ready to go, and that just made me happy, because that was him showing like he was there, and he was going to be there, like, in the future. So he was going to train regularly. And what we found out is that when I've been sick or like injured, and I've been injured a lot, he has been there, and vice versa. So it was just nice to catch up, and just the entire team. It's just a lot of like nice people all around, and I got my pulse up, and got my like felt my body, and like feeling the entire body working, and my brain trying to solve these puzzles of, like, if you don't know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it is like chess with the body. So it's very technical, and it's very physically exhausting. You really have to think, and your body has to move accordingly. And you're playing chess with this other person, trying to solve the movements and basically get the other person to submit by a choke, or forcing a like showing that you can break the other person's leg or shoulder, arm, whatever, and you basically just you tap out. But it's all very friendly, and no one wants to hurt anyone. So it's physically and mentally stimulating in a very healthy and nice way. But the thing is, like, your brain doesn't want you to, like, doesn't remember that in the moment, because it had been 2 weeks, and when several, or like just a couple of weeks go by without you doing something, it becomes unknown again in some way, even though you know exactly what it is. And I think that's very strange. Maybe you can comment why you think that is. That something you know that, and maybe I'm just the only one in the world, but I don't think I am. Like, you know something is very good for you, but your mind comes up with 1,000 excuses not to do it, because it's all of a sudden it's not a routine anymore. Yeah. So that's one of the key takeaways from this video. If you're in the habit of like quitting or skipping some days, doing things you have to do, but you kind of like, I can take a day off and just sleep in, or I don't need to do this. In some very rare cases, it may be the best thing to do. But in most cases, I've always found that if I do the thing that I told myself I was going to do, showing up to the class, doing the stretches I've like scheduled myself to do every day, every time it's done, and also during it, like I know I needed to make this video today, or showing up to class, jiu-jitsu, or whatever. It always feels amazing afterwards, because it was the right thing to do, and I am reminded why it feels good. And then everything is just obvious, like, of course I have to do that. But for some reason, every day, each and every day, you have to make that choice. And every time you pick an option, every time you go one of the two routes you have, yes or no, do or don't, to be or not to be, you train your brain. So every time you say, I can skip this, I don't have to do this, you're telling your brain it's okay to be a quitter. And I don't think there's any other, like, there's no nice way to say it. You can train yourself to be a quitter in all aspects of life. Or you can train yourself to be there's many words. a go-getter, a winner, because you win yourself over. I guess you win by overcoming your doubts and your fears and all this thinking. You stop the thinking and you do. So you see, that's one of my previous points in another video, like how you do anything is how you do everything. It doesn't have to be big things. If you are stuck in life, it can be big things, because you obviously will say, I'm going to quit. I can't do it. This is not me. Blah, blah, blah. All that. So it has to be like the very small things to start building in that general direction of being a yes and I can do this person. So that an example of small things may be cleaning your room. And if cleaning your room is too big, you have to take a few steps back and say, what can I do? It could be just making your bed when you wake up. Just like putting your pillow nicely and then your bed sheets and just making it look clean and tidy. If that is too much, then just getting out of bed would be enough. If you can just get out of bed, whereas like before that was a hard thing, that would also train your brain. Like the smallest step wherever you are on your journey will be a step, instead of standing still or going backwards. If you can't even get out of bed, then maybe just sit up. I'm just trying to show you, like, you can take it wherever you are. There's always a step you can do. If you can't sit up from your bed, you can raise your arm or you can tell yourself that you're okay. The first step for many people is stopping the negative self-talk. Like, I can't do this. Just say I can. All right, you get the point. So yeah, it was just that was a very nice experience for me. So 2 weeks have gone by and I made myself go to the class, and I didn't feel like I wanted to. I wanted to just not show up and just do whatever else. But I showed up and I'm forever grateful. And now I can't wait for tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I was actually using this principle. I just told myself, I just have to go today. And if I go today, I don't have to go the day after tomorrow, where I usually also train. Now, after having went today, I also want to go to the basic team tomorrow and to the advanced team the day after tomorrow. Because I had a great time. And even though I hadn't had a great time, I think I would still have gone because I like the process, That's all you can do. All right. Now, I want to talk about the next thing, which I think is also going to be the title of this video, which is, there is a very, very simple reason why we procrastinate, why we push the things we need to do to the side in order to be able to do something else. All right. Most of y'all know what this is. It's screen addiction, right? That's always the thing that makes you procrastinate. If you have some other cases, please let me know. And of course, I'm just talking about my own experience, right? But I've just found that it's always some sort of screen time, like movies, series, YouTube videos, Reddit in the past, yeah, whatever. That makes me procrastinate and push the things I need to do. And that is the simple reason. It is it's simply that you have something better that you are doing right now. So you have to eliminate it in order for your brain to not fight what you have to do next. So if I told myself I need to clean the room today, I need to clean the house, then if I'm watching some entertaining videos, being instantly gratified, my brain doesn't want to do something that will not be gratifying instantly. It's very simple if you think about it. It's just your brain that doesn't want to do something uncomfortable, because it's doing something that is comfortable. So the second you shut down the screen and you just wait, let's imagine that you just sit in a quiet room, just like I'm doing now. Sooner or later, I'll be bored. And it always comes rather quickly. Now, if I create this imaginary world, which everyone can, and it's very easy, just by setting some rules, restrictions, I tell myself, I can't watch any screens right now. If I just sit here, then I'll okay. If you just imagine it and you really believe it, and it's just right now, or for the next few hours, or I can only watch YouTube or watch Netflix or HBO or Disney tonight, or in 4 hours, or tomorrow, or next week, then your brain, it switches. It's like that. It just goes, shit. So what are we supposed to do now, Emil? Oh. Yeah, the screen didn't like that. I'm sorry, screen. It just shut down. So your brain says, so what are we supposed to do now, man? And it starts to panic. And cleaning. We can clean. Oh, it's so fun to clean, right? Okay, it doesn't talk like that, but in a very subtle or a very obvious way, your brain suddenly wants to do the thing that it didn't want to do, because now the more gratifying thing doesn't exist. So it's sort of like playing a game where you cut off the oxygen to something that no other boring thing can compete with, and then the boring thing becomes exciting. Now, the good thing is, the boring things that require effort and real work gives you the real feeling, the feeling you want. Whereas watching too much instantly gratifying media content will suck your soul out, and you know it. Instantly gratifying content, it's only supposed to be a dessert, something you do once in a while. It's not supposed to be your entire life, or the main part of your day. Then you know what happens. that internal doom starts to tear you down, and it's going to affect the rest of your life or all your days. And but like, you can switch it like that. Instantly gratifying things are rewards, small bites of chocolate. That's why you need to pick some YouTubers that you like, subscribe to them, push the notification bell, and try to, maybe once in a while you can go on a discovery. But being in the recommended algorithm feed, it's just endless, and it's very dangerous. It can be. So I hope you get that point, because for me, it has been life changing. If I didn't do the things I say in these videos, I wouldn't be here recording right now. I wouldn't have this confidence I have right now to just speak, knowing anyone can watch this. But that started with me acknowledging that I was addicted to screen time. I was addicted to porn. I was addicted to stimulants. I was addicted to escaping what I had to do. So you have to, if you know that you are truly addicted to something, you have to cut off the oxygen for a while to that thing that you're addicted to, in order to regain a new perspective. It's very simple. The reason why you can't do all the things you want to do is because they are not as instantly gratifying as the instantly gratifying thing that you are addicted to. That's just how it works. Real life is not a game where you have a character and every time you click something, it like pops with goals and bling, bling, bling and all sort of colors. No, the rewards you get in real life take time, and they are not bling, bling, bling. They are flowy and give you a sense of steady joy, a stable feeling. Not bling, 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 bling. Level up, level up. Level up, level up. Confetti. Yeah. That's also why I don't want to edit these videos. Videos like these, where I'm just talking, is the closest thing you will get to real life, because when we're sitting here, we need to think and breathe. When you see the videos on YouTube, they like jump cut, like so. Every time they think or they say or there's any imperfection, it's being cut off, and there's music in the background. That's not real life. We all try to do it maybe sometimes by having headsets in our ears. But at some point you have to cut off the music and just be in the silence, be in the stillness. And what you learn is that life is a joy just by itself. You don't have to add thousands of things. Having a life filled with joy often is about reducing things in your life, not adding on to them. Yeah. And with that, if you liked the video, please click the like button and subscribe for more content like this. I'm going to be sharing a lot of stuff about my life and all the wisdom I gather, and just share my journey. And we'll see who is going to come along. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.